So give me a timestamp. Where are you guys today in filming? What are you going to be filming today while you're here?
I think we might be bang on halfway through. Like I think we are exactly halfway through. We're filming stuff to do with all the times where basically the first scene in which Harden and Tessa actually see each other in the second film when Tessa's away on a trip with Vance Publishing on like a work trip.
Okay, so I mean, when it was announced that Roger Kumble was directing this one, Cruel Intentions is legit my favorite movie of all time.
No way.
I know everyone says that, but I'm like, no, like it is my favorite movie. So I was curious, did you pull any? I don't know if you've seen the movie, but have you seen the movie?
I saw the movie.
Okay.
I obviously knew a lot about it, and I saw it after I realized he was directing. But
Okay.
there were a lot of.
Like, do you feel like similarities between Sebastian and like Harden at all? Or
I can see how there obviously are.
Yeah.
But I didn't obviously base anything off it or take anything away. But 100% there are similarities between those characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I the first film was used a lot in reference when we were shooting the first one. Sorry, Cruel Intentions was.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was obviously very fitting to have him here for the second, with Selma as well.
Yeah. So I'm always fascinated about the makeup process an actor has to do going into filming.
Yeah.
Can you talk about like the tattoos and how long it takes to apply them? Do you get to like leave set wearing them, or do they have to be reapplied fresh every day before filming?
So now that I think of it, probably would be, if we wanted to be extra safe, I should take them off all before I go so that, you know, no one could ever see them.
Right.
But to be honest, by the time we finish set, we just go straight back to bed anyway. There's not a lot of time to do anything. But the whole process is more about maintenance than application. Once you put them on, it takes like an hour or two. But pick up lint and they like rub away. And if you're doing a scene where there's a lot of running around or fight scene or something, they're going to come off more. So it can vary a lot, but it's a lot of time we spend doing that.
Right. So I read that you didn't necessarily read the books. Is that true?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Okay, so I was curious, when you were reading the first script for the first film, were you just surprised at the ending, what Harden does when when the script was given to you?
Yeah. Obviously, all great scripts are going to be full of surprises.
Yeah.
And also, we were talks about, because with the book, there's so much that goes on, you can kind of pick what bits. You have to pick what bits get in and what don't, and there's a lot of room to play. So we were always kind of aware of the ending, us being able to slightly change it as the days went, and when you're shooting, everything's different. So yeah, we had a number of slightly different endings and stuff, but I think we picked the right one.
Yes, because obviously in the movie it expands further than the book. So obviously with the events ending of the first movie, Tessa and Harden are in this extremely emotional place. I'm just curious, when you're filming with Josephine and after those especially like intense scenes, when Roger yells cut, do you have to like take a moment to like get back into yourself, or like how do you like, what's your downtime like after those emotional scenes?
I would say, especially obviously the emotional scenes are more so like this, take more getting. If you're on a wide shot just walking, you don't, you know, it's not as much as intense and as much of a process. But I would say it's way more about before. After, it's like a second or two, and you're listening to direction and you're you again. For me anyway, it's obviously different for everyone.
Yeah.
But it's more beforehand. It's before you start shooting that you need to get into character. And then coming back into yourself is probably more seamless.
Right. So after like the major success of the first film and like winning 3 Teen Choice Awards, which was like pretty massive, I don't know if that was like a surprise to you guys, but all the fans were like, yes!
That one I cannot thank the fans enough for,
Yeah.
because that is obviously just
amazing.
So, yeah, incredible. It's like, it's we really owe it to them. They're so, that's just all them. That award is
you have
them.
some massive hardcore fans out there, man.
Yeah,
but after,
we're lucky.
Yeah, so what was like the reunion like between you and Josephine coming back to the sequel after like the success of the first one and like, you know, Teen Choice and everything?
I think obviously that me, Anna and Joe were promoting a lot in between, and then went back about our lives and come back again, and I felt with the same crew, same location, same everything, we come back and just kind of just like round 2, ready to go again, and this time it's just quicker and easier because we all know each other already.
Sure, yeah.
But obviously we were all happy to be back and do it again.
Obviously, Wuthering Heights is an important book for Tessa and Harden. What's that one book that's super important to you?
I really don't, and I should have a book like that, but I don't really have a specific favorite. I remember reading Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime when I was young. I remember my dad read it to me and then I reread it later. And that was really interesting to me, but I don't know why I've never like attached to reading. I grow older and I literally said to Candice, who plays Kimberly, we were talking about a good book to just get back into reading, and she said she hadn't for a while and read The Alchemist. And said that really got her back into reading. So I'm gonna give that a go.
Yeah, I recently just read this book called Where the Crawdads Sing. It was like on Reese Witherspoon's book club, and it was so good. I think she's like co-producing the movie. I wasn't a big reader, and like I read that, then I read the after books, and then that would be a good one.
Yeah,
it's like a good thriller, kind of like Gone Girl. I don't
yeah,
know if that's your thing.
Yeah. No, exactly. We were specifically talking about thrillers being the kind of book I'd want to.
Then maybe you'd like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
All right. Well, thank you. This
Thank
was
you so
awesome.
much.